Hey, alright, this has been missing from all of our lives for a very long time. Maybe just my life specifically, because I kind of just switched off from the space. But YouTube food content, alright, it's on the rise again. It's having a second coming. The second, third, fourth coming, I don't know what it is. But I kind of stopped watching it for quite a long time. For like 6 months, I wasn't watching maybe a year, any YouTube food content. I think it was partially because a lot of these YouTubers weren't actually going out and making videos the way they normally would because the coronavirus, the pandemic, that type of stuff. But now, things are starting to seemingly come back to a little bit of normal, a lot of normal, a medium amount of normal. Let's be Goldilocks over here. But I do feel like I didn't watch any food content in the last year. But now, I can't go a day without watching like 20 or 30 minutes worth of food content, and that's been for like 2 months now. And I think one of the great things about YouTube is you never know when you're gonna find someone who you're just gonna latch onto and watch every single video of. There's this guy in the UK, Danny from up north, Rate My Takeaway. He's sitting at table outside of some shops and eating the food, rating the food, and it's just so organic. The guy is just natural at what he does. And I mean, he calls himself the fat lad. I'll tell you, just embrace it. He's embracing it. And it's really, really fun, low quality, but high quality because he's just being himself, and I love watching that type of stuff. It kind of has a bit of a feel of Barstool Sports, One Bite, Everyone Knows the Rules. And then there's the content which is a bit more produced, like it's better quality overall, the way it's shot, the way it's directed, all that stuff is in there. You get the nice shots of the food, you get that stuff with the Best Ever Food Review Show. Love that guy, Sonny. Obviously been doing it for a very, very long time, and he just makes you laugh when you want to laugh, even though it's like inappropriate sometimes, but it's funny every single time. Mikey Chen, the more wholesome content, you know, Strictly Dumpling doing what he does. Now, obviously he doesn't eat dumplings every single day, but it's a cute dumpling logo, and he does lean into it quite a lot with his egg yo vibes a lot of the time. But then there's the big man, number one for me, the Food Ranger, Trevor James. Now, obviously I have a bias here because I've been in a Food Ranger video many, many years ago now 2.5, 3 years ago. Time really does fly, especially the last 18 months being the way it has been. It's felt both quick and slow, and now I'm just older than I was. That's basically what's happened to everyone. That's just life. But Trevor James, one of the best food YouTube content creators, he just has this infectious energy about him. You love him because he loves what he's doing every single time, and I'm glad he's back making videos. He's probably the thing that's made me start to watch YouTube food content again regularly. I suppose that personal connection is the thing which has done that, but I wasn't watching these other food YouTube creators for a very long time, and now they're just on my daily playlist, essentially. Yeah, another one that I started watching again was Good Mythical Morning, specifically the food content. And I haven't watched them in like 2 years. Korean Englishmen as well, they've been on hiatus for a little bit. A lot of food content I've been consuming, and maybe it's because, you know, the LBS, the little bitch syndrome is in me, and I got some LBS, the other ones, to account for, and maybe they need to come off, and maybe food is the way, watching food is the way I can get the LBS off in a different way, you know. So I'm not sure about the pounds there. I do know that I think my mood has improved since I've been watching this type of content because it's just fun. It's wholesome. There's no airs and graces about it. It's just people being themselves, people loving eating food, loving talking about food. And I think most people can relate to that. So if you haven't heard of those people, I'll list them out here quickly again. Rate My Takeaway. English lad from up north, the number one, maybe number two, behind the Food Ranger, Trevor James, number one. Sonny, Best Ever Food Review Show. Strictly Dumpling, aka Mikey Chen. Let's throw Mark Weens in there as well, doing a good job a lot of the time. Good Mythical Morning, Korean Englishman. And I'm sure I'm leaving a bunch of other people off of this. Hot Ones, you know, the spicy wing thing. I've been watching a bit of that as well. So, you know, I feel better watching other people eat food. Especially when I'm eating broccoli and chicken most days, so it helps.